Now you backed bachelor and master's degree in chemistry. Now can you share with us your journey into politics and your journey into the Lagos State House of Assembly, considering your educational background?
Well, to God be the glory. After my first degree, I took up employment, worked for a while, and set up a small business in the Gagaja environment. The business still exists today. It is indeed it's in an aspect of entertainment. And of course, this earned me reasonable popularity because Wise Ken is a neighborhood joint. Let me just put it like that, And of course, in the course of the business I was doing some philanthropic things in the neighborhood. For instance, Wise Ken, in those early days of DSTV, we had DSTV and was showing football for free for people, and people really liked this, So when things happen in the community, of course, they call us. They call on me, the little I was doing. So when it was time for politics, zero party politics at that time, I was indeed, encouraged, by the popularity to stand as a delegate, at that time. And this struck the interest in me, I was involved in then it was a collegiate system of appointing or nominating party candidates at that time. It is us delegates that will vote for the councillor from the ward, and we'll go from there to the local government to appoint the chairman. And that was where I started, Beyond that, in 2003, when it was time for local government elections, I offered myself for service as a councillor in my ward at that time, under the AD. But alas, with my popularity, I could not secure my party tickets at that time, but the party leaders, seeing my involvement and the likeness and believing that I could add value to the system, I got appointed as the supervisory councillor for Agric, Rural and Sports Development. There I served for like 3 years between 2003 and 2007. I could remember well at that time, Lagos State Sports Festival. For 2 consecutive years, the very first edition we had in 2004, Bariga came first, thanks, to God Almighty and to the then chairman, Honorable Maimon. Again, the following year, we became second runners-up, and at both events, the first one we won an SUV for the local government, the other one too, we won trophies, and so that was where the journey started. Having served as supervisory councillor, I felt I was grounded enough to advance my course. So in 2007, I contested under our great party at that time, and with the support of my people and the will of Almighty Allah, I secured the party tickets. While being the first time I'll be running an election, it wasn't a problem for the people of the community.
It was a smooth sail.
So I ran for election at that, in that year, and I got elected by my people.
Now it's officially your 10th year as a lawmaker in this house, a feat only achieved by 9 other members. Now, during this period, how many motions have you been able to move? When now talking about bills, how many bills have you been able to introduce? Now, out of these bills, how many became law?
Well, in terms of motions, quite a number of motions, I've raised quite a number of motions in the House, that positively affected, people of my constituency, As for bills, You know, most bills that we have in the House of Assembly, you know, are executive bills, you know. And of course, I was part of one that sought, you know, to amend, LASU laws, you know, which gave birth to the single tenure for the Vice Chancellor, you know, because you would agree with me that long before now, LASU has ever been in crisis. And after careful study of the law, setting up the university, you know, and having interacted at different times with unions in LASU, with student representatives, you know, I mean, it was realized that what is most challenging there is the tenure of the Vice Chancellor, you know, and then when his amendment came, he got the consent of the governor, and today, LASU is at peace with itself. In reality, you know, it is very recently that you see members, you know, I mean, coming up with bills. There is actually one I'm working on right now. I don't want to disclose that.
Okay, you want to let the cat out of the bag yet?
Yes, you know, but...
All right. Now let's talk about your roles as the Chairman of the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Protocols on the floor of the House. Can you shed more light on what you're expected to do? I need you to talk more on what your roles are as the Chairman of the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Protocols.
Well, thank you very much. Firstly, ethics, ethos, how do we relate amongst ourselves? We're all equals, no doubt, but we have to have a code known to all of us, you know, on how we relate with one another, with how we relate with members of the executive, with how to relate with staff, management and staff of this community. And of course, it cannot be taken for granted. So we have a code of ethics, you know, designed by members themselves, you know, and this includes our appearance, you know, the way we address ourselves, the way we relate, very important. At all times, you have to show dignity for mankind, irrespective of who you are dealing with. Again, protocol, yes, functions, other protocols of the state, you know, and then privileges as lawmakers. You know, the office bequeath on us some privileges which at all times must be kept, you know, and at times that such is being denied, we could raise issues as regards it. Now, on the floor of the House again, we have our business rules. Of course, the leader of the House is the custodian of that document, but its implementation, you know, in plenary, in the chambers, it is for me to ensure that our conduct in plenary is as agreed by members, is as stipulated, you know, in...
There are set rules that should be followed.
You understand? Yes, the Speaker is the Speaker, and he's the overall custodian, you know, of all statute books that has to do with the Assembly, you know, and it was our collective wish that he leads. So we have submitted, you know, these statute books to him. So it is only the Speaker, for some reasons, you know, that can, you know, bend a bit. Of course, my Speaker has actually kept, you know, to the rules, you know.
Now finally, sir, on this segment, before I let you go, I've got two questions for you. The first one is, What should your constituents expect from you in coming years? Now, the other part of the question is, what should the residents of Lagos expect from this State House of Assembly in coming years?
Well, for my constituents, I want to urge them to continue to believe, in me. And I, on my part too, will try and improve on some of the things that I've been doing, Yes, in the past, quite a number of programs. I mean, someone that's been here for 10 years would have done quite much for his constituency. Period of festivity, period of examinations, in terms of helping to secure jobs, in terms of supporting admission into universities. But of course, it can never be enough. I have loads of CVs in there. But in this 8th Assembly alone, I know how many people God has actually helped me. Again, very shortly, a short while ago, the government advertised for neighborhood watchers. The process is still on. By His grace, we would have some of our constituents to engage in that. Then for the people of Lagos, continue to support the legislature, continue to be with us, and we shall continuously represent the larger interest of people of Lagos.
Wow, I must say that it's been nice chatting with you on the program, sir. Thank you so much for coming on the program, sir.
You're welcome, Bimbo. It's my pleasure.
Yes, the program is still Lagos Parliament. Please stay with us. Meanwhile, a visit to Shomolu constituency to give an insight into the lawmakers' contributions to the people in the legislative chamber.
He helps in some school transport, like the band he gave us. He helps in some school development and so many other things.
He has done so much for us in the school, in our schools in the state. At least we have been beneficiaries in more than one way. During our inter-house sport this year, he gave us a giant trophy to be given to the best house and some school bags to the students in the school. A student took ill. We didn't know the nature. He was having incessant fits. I wrote a letter to him asking for help because that child is from an indigent home. He responded by giving 30,000 naira for the child to go and do test, and wrote a letter to the Ministry of Health to take up the child's matter.
And with that, we've come to the end of this week's episode of Lagos Parliament. We thank you for watching. I remain Abimbola Agbebi. Let's do this again next week. Bye for now.